I got a challenge for you little dudes. In 10 words or less, I need you to convince me one way or another which am I gonna buy, the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox. Hit me up with the comments below. Hit that subscribe button, guys. Hey little dude, it's your big brother here. So, you wanted to ask your older brother for some advice on whether or not you should go PS5 or Xbox. Well, I'm going to tell you what I think at least, and hopefully you can come up with your own idea. Alright, I'm playing games right now, so I'm not really going to bore you with all the details of when they're coming out and all that stuff, because I assume you already have done your research and you probably looked up both already with your friends and are trying to decide as a group which ones you're trying to get, right? Yeah, I thought so. So if you're trying to decide between one or another, one thing you're gonna have to know right off the bat is you're probably gonna have to convince your parents to pre-order this ahead of time. I don't think there's gonna be any single way to be able to buy one of these day one when walking into the store. I think these are just gonna get zipped off the shelf as soon as they get there. So you're gonna have to make a decision pretty soon, especially when pre-orders start coming. The first thing that you should probably be thinking about, dude, is probably the price. PlayStation 5s are gonna be around $499 and $399 for the no disc drive, so that's gonna be quite a bit, whereas the Xbox, the most expensive Xbox is gonna be $499 and the cheapest one is gonna be $299, man. That's a huge difference in price. When you're trying to convince your parents of price for like consoles and stuff, $100 really does mean a lot. It might not mean a lot to people that, you know, can afford their own things, but for you little dudes out there, convincing your parent to spend $100 more on something because it has a disc drive is a pretty big deal to me, or at least in my opinion. But I don't know, I was a kid a long time ago, so maybe it's different nowadays. Now, little dude, you probably have some reservations about PlayStation and Xbox and which one you're probably more of a fanboy of. So if you're one of those guys that's already kind of dead set on choosing one or the other, I really don't know why you're asking me for advice. I'm pretty sure you're asking me because you're kind of stuck in somewhere in the middle, right? You're trying to decide, am I going to go PlayStation this generation or am I going to go Xbox? So with that said, if I'm thinking about this at like a value standpoint, I'm pretty sure Xbox is going to be worth more of your money, because with Game Pass being only $15 a month, you're going to get so many games from that $15 a month that it's going to be really easy to justify that to your parents rather than getting, you know, the PlayStation 5 at the max Xbox price but still having to buy digitally all of the games that you need. And you know, one of the downsides with this all digital kind of thing is that you can't buy pre-owned games anymore, right? That's going to be a thing of the past, and I'm not sure about you kids with all your new technology and stuff, how often you buy pre-owned games, but when I was a kid, pre-owned games were the play, man. That's how you convince your parents to get you those games, was buying those pre-owned games at some really, really good prices. You know, obviously after they came out, or if they're pre-bought or pre-used or whatever. So just from a value standpoint, I probably gotta go with Xbox on this one. These tend to have a legacy of running games a little bit better than PlayStation and Sony, but we don't really know yet with these consoles. We're not going to really know how these consoles run games at 4K, 60 FPS type of deal until we get people with some really good technical reviews coming in, and I'm definitely not one of those people. I'll be the first to tell you that right now. So if you're going to have to pre-order one, you're going to have to pretty much go with your gut on this one, I think, because if you're going to wait for those technical reviews, it's probably going to be too late at that point. Another thing, if you're especially trying to convince your parents to buy you one of these consoles, probably for around Christmas time or something like that, is that Xbox, remember, they have backwards compatibility with their controllers. That's a really important thing because those controller prices are expensive nowadays, and they add up, especially if you have little brothers and sisters. You guys know what I'm talking about. You're gonna have to get controllers for all of them, and $60 a pop. I don't even know how much these controllers are gonna be whenever they come out, but if you have to get a controller for everybody in your house, that's gonna add up to maybe another console or something. So, you know, on Sony's camp, you have to buy a new controller for every generation. Apparently these Xbox controllers are gonna be backwards compatible, so that does save your parents a little bit more money on the long run. What's your older brother's advice as far as what console to pick? Well, I think you should pick the console that you think you're going to like most and the console you think your friends are going to enjoy the most as well. I think that's going to get you the best value. Personally, I'm probably going to end up getting both eventually, but I think I'm going to start off with the Xbox for now, because I already have a PC and I play most of my games on there. It would just be nice to have a console on the side that I know can run games at a good frame rate and at a good resolution and not have to worry about anything, but I also don't want to break the bank because I already have a computer that can do most of the heavy lifting for me. I hope this advice helped you out, little dude. So let me know in the comments below, little dudes, what console do you think you're going to be getting? Give me some arguments for both and maybe you'll change my mind. Don't forget to subscribe to your older brother, or I'm going to find you.